Dracula's soul brother, deadlier even than he.
You won't get me!
Be my victim. Be my victim.
Reporting live for Black TV. White folks are dead. We're getting the fuck out of here. Let's roll, damn it. Let's go, motherfucker.
I think she will.
You know,
can conjure spirits from the past and the future. This gift can bring fame and fortune.
will somebody take me in your eyes?
But it also can pierce the veil between life and death.
Welcome back to another episode of Cinema Society Saturday. And I'm Gus from Askewed Reviews. Now, if you don't know what Cinema Society Saturday is, this is where a group of us horror content creators have come together, and then each week we are randomly given a theme. We then partner up, give our partner a movie that fits within that theme, and then we review those films for all of you. So if you weren't able to figure it out from the intro, the theme for this week is all in honor of Black History Month, as these are all horror movies with either a black cast or director. So for this week, I was actually lucky enough to have two partners. My first one is Frenchy, also known as Mr. IMDb. And the reason for that is just like how I do in some of my videos, Frenchy does a lot of trivia. So if you're not already following him, definitely go and do so you can check out his wonderful and interesting content. So for this week, I gave Frenchy an interesting film, and I'll talk about that a little bit later on. But I found it so funny that he actually threw one right back at me, which is so very similar. He gave me Dr. Black, Mr. Hyde from 1976, directed by William Crane. Whether you've seen this before or if you have no idea about this film, you may have a question, and let me answer this for you. Yes, this is in fact one of those 1970s blaxploitation horror films. These are always either highly entertaining, absolutely ridiculous, or fun for at least one viewing. Let me tell you more about the concept for this one to see if it's something that you want to check out for yourselves. This film stars Bernie Casey as the main character of Dr. Henry Pride. So Dr. Pride, along with his co-worker, Dr. Billy Worth, have been working on a type of serum that could potentially regenerate dying liver cells. So far, they've only been able to do animal testing. And even with that, there's been some strange potential side effects. With the most recent serum, they injected a rat, which then caused its pigment to change and turn completely white, but very aggressive as well. Dr. Pride really wants to start human testing, but Dr. Worth is completely against it. So behind her back, he ends up injecting a woman, but she passes away before he can see what the actual side effects are. So, like most of these Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde films, he decides to test it out on himself. The serum then causes changes in Dr. Pride, changes that I'm sure everyone saw coming. He became albino, super strong, incredibly aggressive, and nearly invulnerable. Unfortunately, since he's losing control, that violence needs to be directed somewhere. And due to a very problematic event from when he was a child, it all gets aimed at the dregs of society: prostitutes, pimps, and drug dealers. So with the bodies now piling up and the police coming for him, is there anybody that can stop him, including himself? This film, of course, fits into the multiple strange and different adaptations of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. This movie I would almost consider somehow somewhere between Jekyll and Hyde together again and The Nutty Professor, with just a bit more of a serious tone. Also, not to spoil or ruin anything, but I definitely feel like the director or the writer of this film was a big fan, or at least wanted to make an homage to King Kong, because the ending of this film really feels like such a big reference. So I definitely can't call this a good movie, but it does fit into that category of fun for a one-time viewing. Now, I also feel the need to say that the performances weren't that great in this. Bernie Casey did a good job as the main character of Henry Pride, and as the monster, I really enjoyed that performance because even though it did look kind of ridiculous, he did come off as very menacing. And then the actress who played Linda, I thought she did a good job as well, but pretty much everyone else was just kind of bland or okay. Also, something else that I couldn't figure out whether or not I liked or had an issue with, and it could just be because where I was watching it, but it definitely didn't look like it got updated. It very much looked like 70s film quality. You could kind of see the lines in the film every once in a while. But like I said, there were times where that kind of worked out better because it gave it the right feel. So altogether though, I'm going to give this movie a 2 out of 5. If you want to check it out for yourselves, it's currently streaming for free on Tubi, Pluto TV, and Plex. Now, once more, I am going to mention, definitely go and start following Frenchy if you're not already doing so. Let's see if we can get him up to 8,000 followers. And of course, another reason to check out his content is to watch the movie that I gave him to review. And that would be the 1972 film, Blackula. I hope you enjoyed my review for today. And if you want to see what everyone else in the group did for their Black History Month honoring films, just look up the hashtag Cinema Society Saturday.